Scenes of jubilation at the end of last season, and with a record 105 points, we saw players and fans alike saying farewell to the Ryman League. Along with Accrington Stanley, who'd also been in the wilderness for too many years, promotion to the conference was a long time coming. And as fate would have it, the opening game of the season, Aldershot Town versus Accrington Stanley. A fixture to be played in record temperatures and in front of the Sky Sports cameras.
Tanfield's cross is a beauty for Tim Sills. Aldershot announced their arrival in the conference, and it's one of their new recruits, Tim Sills, who quickly shows what he's all about. Well, here's a chance for Mullin, and it just wouldn't come down for them. Oh, it's come down for Proctor though. Andy Proctor with a sizzling strike in the sunshine, and Accrington Stanley are off the mark in the conference now, and you can see what it means to them and their fans. It's a big moment in the match. It's Roscoe Desane. Oh, that is brilliant. Roscoe Desane in the top corner, former Crystal Palace player. Do you think there's a message there, or what?
Well, there certainly was a message. Terry and the boys were up, and they meant business. 3 points in the bag, but how would they fare away from home? First test, Margate. As in the first game, it was new signing Tim Sills who opened the shot to count. Much to the delight of the travelling fans. And not wanting to be left out, Roscoe Desane scoring the second with this cheeky overhead kick. Margate did pull one back, but it was too little too late. 6 points from 6, and then it was 9 from 9 after a stonking 5-2 victory at Telford. We rejoin the action back at the Rec for the local derby with Woking. The crowd of 4,600 were here for this one, and it was a typical hot-blooded derby. The shots were already down to 10 men after Nick Roddice saw red, but these 10 showed character, with John Challoner putting the home side in front. And just before half-time, superb work from Roscoe Desane added salt to Woking's wound. Two 2-0. The second half saw Woking push, literally. But the foul not given, the resulting cross met a Woking head. The Cards were back in it. But the shots nearly made it 3. A great cross from Aaron McLean. Tim Sills just failing to connect. So 2-1 it finished, and with 12 points from 12, the Shots found themselves top of the table. but with a few injury worries for their next tough away game.
Yeah, I can't replace him. We've got nothing. I said to you earlier, the difference between the squads at the top and where we are, a part-time side. I've got nothing to come in at all. I haven't even got Klebo, he's injured. Cooley got injured. Rodwell got injured today, which meant Dominic went in. Dominic was immense today with Ray. Chewy come in and done a great job. Hoops is very, very doubtful. I would say both Hoops and Warburton are doubtful. Disappointed with the Warburton one because of an off-the-ball incident that, lo and behold, the referee failed to see, along with a number of things he failed to see in our favour.
Finally, Aldershot seem to come into their own when they're up against the wall. Hereford is going to be a very, very tough test. Do you think Aldershot can continue this fantastic start to the season, or is it back down to earth with a bump?
Well, we'll go out and give it our best bet, but hand on heart, there's probably about 8 players in the physio room at the moment, and the boys that I've got to bring in, I can't bring Tyson in and Brett Cooper in. They're 17 and 18-year-old boys at Hereford. They're going to be of that quality, but they're not quite there yet.
Terry, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, with Hereford being one of the favourites to go up this season, this had to be the toughest test so far. But Hereford started in a generous mood. The mere presence of Tim Sills helping that one into the net. Aldershot then went 2 up. A great through ball from Aaron McLean beats the offside trap. This time the shot's number 9 definitely gets a touch. Hereford then started to pile on the pressure. And it was our hero of the day so far that gives away a free kick just outside the box. And a nice free kick it was too. More pressure, and a shot that beats a despairing Nicky Bull meant the two teams went in equal at half-time. Barnard had replaced Nicky Bull, but gives away a penalty. And gets booked. Then came some drama. Barnard is adjudged to have moved off his line. Retake. This time the ref allows the movement off the line. And the goal. But the shots again showed their character. Chewins upfield, flicked on by Sills, and a great finish by McLean. But then things went pear-shaped. Desane saw red and the 10 men went down to a goal in the last minute.
Brown, commiserations on your defeat today. What was your feeling overall on the game?
Really delighted with the boys' performance. I thought even when we went down 3-2 in the second half, showed a lot of character coming back against a very talented side who probably know the ropes a little bit better than we do. Thought it was a fantastic advert for the conference. Some terrific goals, some good football in midfield, some committed tackles, sometimes sport by an over-officious ref. But that seems to be a learning curve that I've got to take on board as much as my players, because people are booked and sent off for absolutely nothing out there today.
Terry, you must have been worried going into this game with the number of injury problems you've had. Where does it stand now? We noticed that Nicky Ball was substituted at half-time. Do you have the strength in depth to be able to try and maintain your challenge?
No, I think we said all along we want to make sure that we can maintain our position in the league. I think we've shown in the 5 games that we have the calibre to hurt teams going forward, and we need to get a little bit more strength in depth at the back to make sure that I was without me right back and centre back today, and it cost us dearly. I couldn't see us letting 4 goals in otherwise.
The last match of August saw Northwich Victoria visit the Rec in what was to be another high-scoring encounter. Over 2,800 in the crowd, enjoying some attacking football by the Shots. With the East Bank in full voice, it was a rather unconventional goal that set the game alight. An in-swinging corner from John Challoner, 1-0. From this free kick, Roscoe Desane tries to make it 2. The Northwich keeper doing well to keep that effort out. But it was determination from John Challoner that seized the second, and what a goal it was. The Shots were buzzing. Good work from McLean, then Challoner, and making it 3-0 from the near post, Roscoe. The Shots continued with this fine display in the second half, and it was nearly 4 with this effort from Tim Seals. The post denying the number 9. And it was just like watching Brazil. Nick Roddice has a go. More flair. Challoner's cheeky chip. A Roscoe cross. And McLean nearly scores. But the fourth goal had to happen, and it eventually came from a set piece. Tim Sills with a textbook header. So at 4-0 up, you'd think Terry would be safe in resting two of his strikers. Think again. Northwich had other ideas and pulled one back on 80 minutes. They'd stepped up a gear, and 5 minutes later, they scored a second. The Shot's defence had gone into self-destruct. Another 2 minutes and it was 4-3. The crowd had been stunned into silence, and the final 3 minutes were tense ones. The noise level did increase to try and wake the Shots up, and they did hold out, but there was a big sigh of relief at the final whistle.
Just been in the dressing room to tell the lads not to be too disappointed by the fact that we were woeful in the last quarter of an hour. You know, managers get plaudits when they do things right and they make good substitutions. My substitutions were catastrophic today. Changed the system as well as the playing staff. We looked all over the shop once I'd done that. So, you know, I'm not getting them to beat themselves too much. I'm just saying I'm a very lucky manager that I can make diabolical substitutions and learn the lesson from it, because we got too cocky at 4-0, thought that was done and dusted, and it's a lesson well learnt, because in this league clubs have players with the ability to score goals, and fair play to Northwich, they kept going till the end, and it was again cracking entertainment at the Rec.
Well, not such a good start to September, losing 2-0 away to Morecambe. But we were back at the Rec for another tough game, Shrewsbury Town. The sunshine helping for another good crowd, over 3,300 here for this one. And they only had to wait 18 minutes for the first goal. Lee Charles starts the move and finishes it. Well, Jimmy Quinn's side are another favourite to be up there at the end of the season, and they drew level 6 minutes later. From then on, it was end-to-end stuff. Recalled Nicky Ball, glad to see that one go past the post. The second half saw much of the same. Tim Sills with a solo run. And then it was straight back down the other end for another Shrewsbury assault. This time a weak shot, easily collected by the Shots keeper. Straight back down to the East Bank end. This time Aaron McLean with a good effort, and he sees it tipped round the post. Well, 1-1 was the final score. The Shots still unbeaten at home.
Terry Brown, it was a very exciting game today against Shrewsbury. Aldershot Town's 100% home record has come to an end, but you're still undefeated.
Yeah, I think it's important to not get beat at home, and we played what I think will be one of the title favourites, and I was pleased the way the game panned out because we started very slowly, and they were the better side first half, but we adjusted one or two things in the change room at half time, and I thought we'd give them a real good run for the money in the second half, really entertaining, exciting, end-to-end stuff, and that's what people pay their £10, £12 for, to come and be entertained. I thought both sides were a credit today at the conference.
Today certainly demonstrated that Aldershot can mix it with some of the best sides in the conference. Are you prepared to put your neck out a little bit further now and suggest that maybe just avoiding relegation is enough? Do you expect something more now from the side?
Well, it's a funny thing. You speak to players in the changing room, and obviously our aims are for the playoffs. You'd be mad not to have aims for the playoff. But realistically, the way to get to the playoff is to accrue 50 points as quickly as you can, and then look to kick on. Because to get in the playoffs or to go on further, you might need to strengthen the side. Now, there's no point in wasting this club's money. We will be making a concerted effort next year to try and get out of this league. But I'm quite enjoying this league at the moment. And from what I see, I watched third division games. I watched the whole Donny game, and it bored me to death. And I look at this and I think that was a proper game today. Two good footballing sides, open, not just big, strong kick and rush stuff, and good football. And I'm only too happy to be in this league for a little while and enjoy it. And if we can get to become one of the stronger sides in that league, playing good football, then I'll be a happy man.
You touch on the possibility of strengthening certain areas if the side is to push for the playoffs or for promotion. Do you have any particular areas in mind?
Well, I think the forwards have proved they're a handful for anybody, so that's not an area where I'm desperately looking to improve, because I've got some good youngsters pushing. Central midfield is still an area that I think will have to grow a little bit. We had 3 new players in there today. A boy making his debut, Fiston with about 4 games or 5 games under his belt, and John Chandler with like 6-7 games under his belt. So it's going to take a while for them to get better. They will get better. At the back, I think we might have to look at the legs at the back and be careful that we've got enough pace to survive at the back.
Well, we're back at the Rec, which would be handy as the Shots away form are taking a dip with a 2-1 defeat at Barnet after the Shrewsbury game. This was another local derby, this time with Farnborough Town. Evening kick-off and an excellent crowd of 4,166. Well, it was an early scare for a packed East Bank when this casual back pass made sure Richard Barnard was awake. But it was a back pass and the free kick was awarded. The Shots packing their own goal line. Farnborough weren't looking like the side that were bottom of the table. Another early scare for the Shots. The Shots settled, and if Aaron McLean had one size bigger boots, he might have put the home side in front. Another chance, this time Farnborough's Carl Hutchins clearing off the line. but it was John Challoner who came closest to breaking the deadlock. His effort bouncing off the top of the crossbar. The second half, and Aldershot claim a penalty. Not given. The shots press on. McLean tries again. Foiled by the keeper. Farnborough tried again. Foiled by the keeper. Well, it looked like this might be the first 0-0 of the season, but Aaron McLean was trying everything he could to get on the score sheet. Eventually, his hard work paid off. Shots faithful, having to wait 83 minutes for that one. But Farnborough weren't giving up. If Richard Barnard hadn't pushed this onto the post, they could have equalised. But with the fans blowing for the final whistle, John Challoner wrapped up the game with the second on 90 minutes. Well, with this being an encounter we would like to see every season, we thought it would be nice to get both managers together.
Yeah, I mean, I'd just like to say that I thought we were fortunate to win tonight. I thought Tommy's side certainly deserved something out of the game, could have won the game easily. I think there's 3 points versus 19. Watching that game tonight, you would not have known who had 19 and who had 3. They were first to the ball. They thought they dominated the game for long periods. From my point of view, I was very pleased that we managed to keep a clean sheet and that we defended in a reasonable manner. And if you can keep clean sheets, then there's always an opportunity of nicking a goal.
100% right, mate. Just put it down to that. No, I thought we'd done. I couldn't ask my players no more than what they done tonight, except for put the ball in the back of the net. And I thought it was a good game. I thought if we come off the pitch even, Stevens, I would have been pleased with that as well. But Aaron's come through and we haven't closed him down on the edge of the box. He's always said, get your shots away on the edge of the box, and he's done it to me, little shit. So, and then the second one, the boys coming from the blind side of our full-back and got in between Billy and Sasha, and he's rattled the ball in the back of the net again. So it's 2 good goals for them, and we haven't finished our chances what we've had tonight. So well done to Terry's team. Hope you have a good season. And we need a few points on this board now.
Yeah, and I'd just like to say all the best to Farnborough in particular, because they, with that sort of effort and large amount of skill as well, they played some great football in and around the box. And you need a break, and I've been down the bottom, and you don't get a break when you're there. And sometimes you just need something to kick-start the season, and I hope their season kick-starts on Saturday.
Well, the last Saturday in September saw the visit of Nigel Clough's Burton Albion. A crowd of 2,600 plus, and they were in for a treat later. A top goal by a top bloke. The Top bloke in question, Jason Chewins, and straight away Chewy denying Burton with this goal line clearance. Then it was more from Brazil. How about this for a pass? That sets up Tim Sills. Close. Then some controversy. You can't really see from this angle, but was this a penalty? No, in fact Tim Sills gets booked for diving. A patient build-up. Desane through to Challoner. Good save by the Burton keeper. And from the resulting corner, here was that something special. A 30-yard screamer from Jason Chewins. The second half and we saw Roscoe Desane replaced by Lee Charles, and it wasn't long before the substitute made an impact. Burton boss Clough made an inspirational substitution and brought himself on, which seemed to lift the visitors, bringing out this excellent save from Richard Barnard. It was Clough who started this move, and a stumbling Chewins that gives away a penalty. Well, Barnard couldn't do much about the penalty, but he makes a great save from this deflected attempt. And on the 76th minute, McLean beats the offside trap to kill off Burton's hopes of a comeback. Well, 3-1 it finished. Man of the match, Chewy.
I'm still happy. I love it. I love playing here. And as I say, the 9 years they've got better and better as I've gone along. Getting loads of support from the crowd and also the team today. I mean, man of the match. It's nice to get man of the match, but to be honest, I think there was a few players that played exceptionally well today. Richard Barnard in goal. Made some great saves. Aaron up front, Nicky Roddis in midfield. So it was a good team effort.
Early October saw a 2-2 away draw with Lee RMI and then a 3-1 victory away at Gravesend. We pick up the action back at the Rec for the game against Halifax. Both teams had early half chances, but this cross into the box saw Ray Warburton pulled down. Hugh Roscoe. Halifax tried to get back into it, but they were up against the still in form Richard Barnard. And while we're talking of being in form, someone who has to get a mention is Lee Childs, who seems to have stepped up a gear. And on 45 minutes, it's Charles with the second. Well, playing his first game for the Shots was Matthew Rees, on loan from Millwall. And to prove just what an acquisition he was, look at this for a double goal line clearance. Halfway through the second half, a great effort from Sills nearly makes it 3, but the keeper was quick to push the ball round the post. And if it wasn't for this agile keeper, the same would have netted. And he again denies Tim Seals. Halifax did pull one back, the ball somehow slipping into the net. But that just spurred the shots on, with Tim Seals being felled in the box. This time no sign of a dive. Hugh Roscoe again. And remember that encroachment rule? A bit harsh, methinks. Retake. Well, 3-1 it finished.
Well, we had 5 out today. You know, we lost Darren McLean on Thursday. He got injured in Thursday training. So, you know, we've not got a massive squad. So to have 5 key players out your team, you know, is it's going to be a burden on how you play. So we had to change. We've changed the shape the last 2 games on Tuesday and today. It's worked for us. We've got 6 points out of 2 games. So every team has injuries. We've just got to cope with ours at the moment.
And we asked Tim Seals how he thought new boy Matthew Rees fitted in.
No, we got Ray and Jim in the centre of defence, and they're both aging lads, and often they need a rest. They're going to need a rest during the season. They've done very well for us so far. Matthew's come in, had to impress, and he's done that today. He's very strong, very physical, got good pace, and it's often the case with lone players. Some lone players can come in, and it's a bit of a shock not to be in their own club. But he came in and impressed today, and he looked like he wanted to. So yeah, all credit to him.
The away game at Tamworth produced a 3-3 draw. The cup encounter away to Forest Green saw a 3-1 victory for the Shots. A week later, we saw Forest Green visit the Wreck. And the Shots carried on where they left off. On 18 minutes, Ray Warburton slotting home this corner from Lee Charles. This was the first of 4 home games for November, and still making an impression with the fans, Richard Barnard. Someone else who was making an impression, and with this thunderous strike, Adam Miller. Miller also played a part in the third goal. A nice touch from McLean. Desane draws the defenders, a pinpoint pass, and Charles does the rest. A damp, misty November Tuesday evening saw the long-awaited fixture with Exeter City. Another bumper crowd, and Flagboy with his new drum saw this effort from Challoner beat the keeper. But not the crossbar. It was stalemate up to the 37th minute, and then Tim Sills added another to his tally with this stinging shot that the keeper couldn't hold. The second half and the mist began to lift. Also needing a lift was Flack in the Exeter defence after this bizarre own goal. Desane accepting the credit for that one. Exeter began to fight back. The Shots tried to make it 3. But on the 85th minute, Exeter got the goal they were looking for. A divine goal, divine the scorer. A few minutes later, however, Desane could have put the game beyond reach. But 2-1 it finished. Top of the league was being chanted on the terraces, but the next game, away to Scarborough, resulted in a 1-0 defeat. Then came the top of the table clash with Mark Wright's Chester City. $3,610 braved the atrocious weather for this game. And we saw Nicky Ball back between the sticks. It It wasn't long before he was called upon to make the first save of the day. Chester looked well organised, but Lee Charles performed some trickery down the left flank to give Tim Seals a chance. As the half progressed, both teams were cancelling each other out. But Chippy was cooking. That piece of magic led to another march forward. And if it wasn't for this Chester head, he might have finished the move. A couple of minutes later, and he was proving to be a right pain for the Chester defence. Both goal mouths were seeing some action. Another fine save from Bully. The second half, and we saw another great save. A look of disbelief on the Chester strike force. But from the resulting corner, it took the shot 12 minutes to reply to that. John Challoner with a final touch. This goal-bound free kick could have put the Shots in the lead. But more great goalkeeping, fully appreciated by the home fans. Another free kick. Another great save. Roscoe's turn to hold his head in disbelief. And another free kick. Seals with the header, just off target. The last few minutes were tense, but Chester didn't hit the target. (1-1), still unbeaten at home. The last game of November saw the visit of Morecambe. They won the game 2-0 at their place. How would they fare here at the Rec? Well, 22 minutes into the game, Morecambe came very close to scoring with this free kick. At the back, Morecambe were playing the offside trap, which was killing off the Aldershot attacks. Constantly catching Aldershot offside seemed to please the Morecambe fans, who were also enjoying some banter with Lee Charles about his white boots. But on 37 minutes, the Shots found a way through. Chippy having the last laugh. Early in the second half, a simple toe poke would have seen Morecambe equalise. But on 65 minutes, a neat ball from Charles to Desane, and it was 2-0. But Morecambe weren't giving up. A free header, which ball just scrambles past the post. From the corner, the number 15 couldn't believe his luck. Another header, and Morecambe were back in it. The Shot's defence were at 6s and 7s, which nearly saw another goal. Morecambe kept plugging away, and it was said earlier, you can't afford to relax and sit on a lead in this league. The 90th minute, and Morecambe got their equaliser. And 2-2 it finished. Well, the Shots now lost Matt Rees, who'd been recalled by Millwall, and they were without the suspended Warburton for the return trip to Accrington Stanley. As we were finishing this video, news came through of a 4-2 defeat. So that's how the table looks at the moment. 6th in the league, but with a game in hand, which was due against Stevenage. Win that and they go 4th. But there's still a long way to go, and most Shots fans saying at the start of the season that mid-table would do, wouldn't it? Well, this is how the top of the table looked at the end of the Part 1 video, with most fans saying they would settle for a mid-table position in this first season in the conference. Yeah, right.
Tanfield's cross is a beauty for Tim Sills. Aldershot announced their arrival in the conference.
Well, what a season this was turning out to be. Well, let's restart the action with the home game against Margate on a cold and blustery December afternoon. And with this being one of those funny old games where the shots couldn't get going. The first half not producing much to warm the cockles of the Aldershot faithful. Even the big fella was struggling to get one of his excellent photos. Well, it took until the stroke of half time for something to happen. The lacklustre shots going one down. The half-time pep talk didn't raise the shots. 2 minutes into the second half and Margate struck again. "65 minutes into the game and frustration was kicking in. A quick chat between ref and linesman, and John Challoner sees red. All in all, a game best forgotten. Boxing Day 2003 and the shots bounced back at Dagenham. And Adam Miller was on form. Good work from Desane down the right, and Miller gets his first on 20 minutes. Two minutes later, and he stuns the Dagenham crowd with one of those free kicks. Dagenham make it 2-1 before half-time. And they nearly equalised early in the second half. An excellent save from Nicky Bull. John Challoner was once again involved in a red card situation. But this time that elbow to the back of his head saw the dismissal of the Dagenham number 3. The shots were now well in charge, and on 79 minutes, Mumford makes it 3-1. Watts did pull one back near the end. But it was too little too late for this game, but it did give them hope for the return fixture at the Rec on New Year's Day. Back at the Rec, Aldershot were in no mood to do Dagenham any favours. A great ball by Miller, and McLean does well to stay on his feet, supplying the ball for Tim Seals to slot home. the second half and Miller was involved with the second, supplying the ball for McLean to run onto and bury in the Dagenham net. Dagenham did pull one back, a well taken goal by Moore. But it finished 2-1. The shots were then away at Northwich and came away with a 1-1 draw. We rejoined the action back at the Rec for the game against Telford. Barney back between the sticks for this one, but there was no stopping this free kick. One 1-0 down at half time, but this time the pep talk did work, and 5 minutes into the second half, Tim Seals heads home the equaliser. The referee giving his blessing to the knighthood. "15 minutes on, Miller with a free kick, and savour this one, Roscoe with his head. Aldershot go on the attack again, and this time Roscoe's brought down in the box. Dare I say the word, penalty. "3-1 it finished. A local derby next, Farnborough Town." Well, I should think a few Shots fans are now pressing the fast forward button, as this was definitely one they want to forget. Over 3,200 fans in the ground. 4 goals on the way. But the Shots soon found out it was not to be their day. A nice 1-2 sees Miller with the keeper to beat. But too much on the chip. Desane's brought down. Penalty. This was not going to be their day. Just before half-time, ex-Shot Anthony Charles stabs the ball into the net. Just after half-time, Nick Burton makes it 2. Seven minutes later, and it was 3. Well, you know the score. They made it 4. Well, later that week, the Shots were knocked out of the Hampshire Cup by Eastleigh, but things were going well in the FA Trophy. A 1-1 draw at home to Tamworth meant a replay up at their place.
Let's have a win tonight.
A bitterly cold February evening, but we were in for a Miller night. Well, 5 minutes before half time and a good ball from Lee Charles finds Adam on the edge of the box. A little shimmy and he nets his first of the night. "20 minutes into the second half and he was brought down just outside the box. Tamworth keeper thinks he's got the wall in the right place, but they didn't stop Miller getting his second. Well, that was Aldershot through to the quarter-finals of the trophy. Let's go back to the Rec for more league action against Lee RMI. Only 2 minutes on the clock and Roscoe puts the shots one up. The 84th minute and a good run by Tyrone Smith. Shrugs off two defenders and the parried ball begs to be put in the net. Roscoe finishes the game off with his second. In the southwest for the league game against Exeter, after the Shots had already beaten them 2-1 in the trophy quarter-final. The second half and Exeter were out for revenge. With the ball slipping out of Barney's hands, they go one up. It took Aldershot 20 minutes to reply to that, but it was worth waiting for. A superb header from Tim Seal. The travelling fans were soon silenced. 2 minutes after Seal's goal, Exeter were back in front. Well, the Shots threw everyone up front looking for that equaliser, leaving themselves rather exposed at the back. So Exeter won that one, and this was the start of an up and down month for the Shots. They were down at Exeter, but the 16th of March and we saw them up at Burton. And on 20 minutes, Roscoe Desane with the first goal. Two minutes into the second half and a punt up front from Lee Charles sees a poor back pass. Miller with a touch and Desane scores his second. The Shots were hot. 3 minutes later and John Challoner scores the third. Burton reply from this corner with a bullet header. They were trying. From another corner, they hit the crossbar. But what about this for a goal? Wrapping the game up, Tim Seals. It finished, but then the Shots lost 2-1 at home to Scarborough, but then won 2-1 away at Shrewsbury. The 27th of March and it was back to the Rec for the first leg of the trophy semi-final. Well, in reaching the trophy semi-final, Terry and the boys had achieved a club best. A two-legged affair then. Opposition, Hensford Town. Well, the underdogs clearly hadn't read the script. They easily soaked up any early pressure, and then on 26 minutes, they took the lead. Shots' chances were very few and far between. Challoner trying his hardest to make something out of this. The second half, and the crowd tried to lift the Shots, but it was still the visitors that looked more likely to score. "24 minutes into the second half and a glimmer of hope, but this chance was cleared off the line. Then some controversy. The crowd screamed for offside, but the flag stays down. Bit of a missed kick. Chewy can't get hold of it, and look at this for a strike. Well, was that offside? When the ball was kicked, was the player in his own half? Well, even with 5 minutes added time, the Shots couldn't get back into that game. So they went into the second leg 2-0 down. Well, we were still in that up and down month. The 30th of March and back to league action. Stevenage. And it seems that every team wants to beat Stevenage, and the Shots didn't disappoint. On 30 minutes, a good strong run down the right from Adam Miller sets up Roscoe Desane, who calmly slots home. Second half and the East Bank were giving their rendition of Apache, but then a crazy back pass nearly gave Stevenage an equaliser. This effort brings a fine save from Bully. Well, with a few minutes to go, Aaron McLean came on as sub and created havoc. His first shot hit in the post, and the loose ball blasted wide. On 90 minutes, the game was made safe. A great cross, and Goslin finds the net. Early April, and the second leg of the trophy semi. 2-0 down, but the Shots fans were in good spirits. Well, despite the score, there was a belief that the Shots could turn it around. But this was another game with some controversy. After 10 minutes, disaster. Hensford go one up. That made it 3-0 on aggregate. This didn't look good. The second half and things looked more promising. Ray, Mr. Solid Warburton, was going about his business when this two-footed tackle reduced Hensford to 10 men. Could the Shots take advantage? A Miller free kick came close. And then on 17 minutes, a breakthrough. McLean bearing down on goal. Brought down by the keeper. Penalty given. Only a yellow for the goalie. Three minutes later and the game took another twist. Watch Adam Miller shrug off this challenge. Look at their number 4, elbow, and Miller's been sent off. Now I know I'm meant to sit on the fence, but let's have a look at that again. No forearm smash, definitely no elbow, not even a clenched fist. In fact, Adam's outstretched palm brushes the number 4's hair. A costly decision, not only for this game, but the consequent ban with important league games coming up. Well, the dying minutes, and Nicky Ball joined in the search for goals. But then he was sent off. I think it was something he said. Well, that was the end of this season's trophy dream. But one consolation, at least Hensford went on to win the final. Back to the league, Chester, now favourites for automatic promotion. The Shots still wanted points though, but they went one down after 2 minutes. It was nearly 2 after 4 minutes. Bully's outstretched legs stopping this effort. Chester were looking good and after 10 minutes got their second. Bizarre goalkeeping and Aldershot pulled one back. The goal credited to a not yet banned Adam Miller. 12 minutes into the second half, Chester added a third. Their fourth came from a penalty. Lee Charles scores an excellent second goal for the Shots, but then gets booked for wanting the ball back too quickly. Then came a double red. Well, that's how it finished. Chester setting the pace. Let's see how the league table looked after this game. Four games left. Barnet just outside the playoff places. Shrewsbury with a game in hand, but look at third place. Aldershot in a playoff position in their first season in the conference. So they need good results from the remaining games. Woking. And after 8 minutes, Challoner puts them in front. The ref then spots an infringement in the box. Penalty. So Roscoe misses the odd one, but there's always the backup plan. And Adam Miller, free kick. Now I've seen some keepers rooted to the spot, but have a look at this. Classic. Woking tried to get back into the game but find too many obstacles in the way. But on 40 minutes they're awarded a penalty. Second half and tense moments. As it stands, Aldershot get all 3 points. Luckily, this goal was rightly flagged offside. "90 minutes is up. The 3 points look safe. But then Woking score. The flag's up. Overruled. Well, this time I say nothing. What do you think? Top of the table update. Well, Exeter dropped to 5th after losing 3-2 to Chester. Shrewsbury beat Farnborough 3-1 to move up 1 place. The Shots with that draw stay 3rd. Hereford won 2-0 but don't look like catching the High Flyers. The 12th of April and the home game against Hereford. As expected, a packed house at the Rec, with both teams wanting points. If Hereford win, with Chester not playing today, they'd go 3 points behind the leaders. And they meant business. After just 2 minutes, they go in front. They were looking impressive, but Dom Sterling does enough to deny them their second. Well, that was the score at the break. Time for another one of those pep talks, which must have worked. 2 minutes into the second half and Tim Seals makes it 1-1. Had Hereford gone to sleep? How close was this to going in front? The Hereford keeper with harsh words for his defence. Time for a Miller free kick. But this time, Nutter takes. The shots could smell that second goal. But if it wasn't going to happen, a point would do. But then, with only 9 minutes to go, so 2-1 it finished. An entertaining game. Terry Brown.
Terry, you play Hereford United, you lose by the odd goal, it's always a tense game, and no deal for chances there.
No, two fantastic games. I thought the one at their place was as good a game as you'll ever see at non-league football, and they've done us with a last-minute corner from a substitute. Today they've done us with an 80th minute substitute who come straight on and scored, and I think in a way the strength of the bench tells a story. I think it tells the difference between the two clubs. It's taken Hereford a long time to get to the position they're in, play good football, and good luck to them. I think they possibly will go up, and they'll certainly do the conference credit if they do.
Hereford, of course, got to a lightning start early in the game, a goal inside 2.5 minutes. But after that, Aldershot Town really did come back into things and gave Hereford a lot to think about.
Yeah, we were all over the place first 10 minutes, to be honest. The shape was all iffy, and it's understandable to a certain extent when I've got to put Chewy at centre half and I've got to put Chippy at right back. You're always going to be a little bit ill-balanced, and at times you were today, but you know, full credit to both Chewy and Chippy because they had great games, and I thought I was really proud of the boys' performance in the second half in particular, because we took the game to Hereford, and it's never easy trying to trying to get back at Hereford because they can hit you on the break at any time. And I thought we thoroughly deserved to go in front at one stage, but had several opportunities to do so and never took it. And if you're playing a team of Hereford's calibre and you don't take your chances when they occur, then you pay the price, and we certainly paid the price again today.
Hereford's when they're coming against the run of play, that sort of shows the fighting spirit that you instilled in the squad. Are you happy with today's performance all round, particularly the number of chances that they've created?
Yeah, considering I had, no defensive midfield players at all. I didn't have anybody that could tackle. Miller, Challoner, Goslin, Chippy, none of them are going to tackle in a million years. It's not their game. They're good going forward. Someone has to do the donkey work in there, and Goslin done a lot of that today. So I'm very pleased with him. I thought we had to play Chewy, like I say, Chewy at centre half. He'd done a good job for us. And I'd also look at just the last 5-10 minutes when they're able to put quality players on from the bench, and I'm looking down at 17 and 18 year olds, and I think I can't really influence this too much. That makes a difference. Also 2 games in 3 days for people like Wolves and Chewy is hard work for them, and they've got other jobs to do, and it makes life a bit difficult. So sometimes you pay the price for the difference between being full-time and part-time.
Looking ahead at this stage, I'm sure you wouldn't want it to be in a position where you needed to take 4 points from the final 2 games to be assured of the playoff place that you want, but it's Forest Green away and Tamworth at home, and 2 games that are very much winnable.
Yeah, they're winnable, they're losable. Gutted to have picked 1 point out of a possible 6, and I don't quite know how we've only got 1 point out of 6. But my job's to lift the troops up for next Saturday, and we'll be in Thursday. We're doing a light night Thursday, and making sure that we can get our walking wounded fit. If I'm without Bull and I'm without Miller next week, I desperately need Simon and Antwi back. I will have Giles back, and it'll give us a bit more legs and a bit more energy. And sometimes it comes home to roost. If you have your discipline within a side for most of the year, and I've told them most of the year, then they miss big games and they miss playoffs, and we paid a heavy price for that, and I hope they've learned for next year.
And finally, Adam Miller, of course, sent off in the FA Trophy semi-final against Hensford. The referee did say that he was going to look at the video evidence. Have you had any report back from the referee as to what he would do with regard to the red card?
No, he's had it in his possession for over a week now, but to be fair, it's been the Easter holiday, and I don't hold out too much joy for referees changing their mind. They're not a species that normally do so.
Well, Terry, commiserations on your disappointment today, and we look forward to seeing a rejuvenated side next week.
Thank you very much.
Now this was getting tense. Morecambe are now in the frame. Exeter drop out of the playoff zone after losing at home to Woking. Barnet step into their shoes by beating Burton. Shot stay third, but only just. Now Shrewsbury played Chester during the week, which ended in a draw, so let's give them 1 point each. That puts them level with Aldershot, but still with a game in hand. Well, the next game saw a draw for Morecambe. Exeter lost again, so they stay on 66 points. Barnet drew. Shrewsbury, Hereford and Chester won their games, and that meant Chester couldn't be caught. Aldershot were away to Forest Green. They lost 3-1. Shrewsbury then played their game in hand against Gravesend, which saw a draw. That gave them another point. So how did it look now? Well, with 1 game to go, Hereford and Shrewsbury were guaranteed a playoff place. But who would join them? Aldershot needed a result. A draw against Tamworth at home would be enough. Well, a nice sunny day, but the Shots fans would turn up for this one no matter what the weather. presentation to be made before the game. Player of the Year, Ray Warburton. A playoff place just 90 minutes away. Into the game, and the shots needed to hit the target. At half time, it was still 0-0. Early second half, and Tim Seals sees a chance go just wide. Six minutes into the second half, and Tamworth were just about to spoil the party. Aldershot step up a gear. This chewy corner, and Warburton heads down, but it bounces high over the bar. A chewy cross, but this time Chippy heads over the bar. They were trying everything. Then on 62 minutes, the goal that everyone was waiting for. A draw would have been enough, but they couldn't really afford to sit on it. They had to try for another. Chewy sees a shot screamed just past the post. McLean on for Seals. A great cross and a great save from the Tamworth keeper. The minutes were ticking away and things got scary. The seconds ticking away, and the sound that everyone was waiting for. Aldershot had done it, their first season in the conference, and they've made the playoffs. Well, with Aldershot finishing 5th, that would mean a playoff semi with Hereford. Let's talk to a much happier Terry Brown.
Terry Brown, you must be absolutely delighted. The first season in the Nationwide Conference, your aim was to avoid relegation. Instead, you finished 5th and made it into the playoff semi-finals.
Absolutely delighted. Great pressure off my shoulders, off of the players' shoulders. And I hope we showed that on Thursday because we played under a lot of pressure. I think I said in the previous interview this week that we got to 69 points pretty quickly and it's taken us an age to get to 70. Well, the points don't matter anymore and the fact that Hereford are, 20 points ahead of us doesn't matter anymore. All that matters is there's 2 games between us and the playoff final and we've got as much chance of getting that final as any team in it.
If you do manage to progress past Hereford over the 2 legs, will that be unfair on Hereford? As you say, 20 points clear of Aldershot going into the playoffs. Is that unfair on them that they've not been able to reach a Football League if Aldershot managed to knock them out at this stage?
Yeah, I would definitely feel sympathy for Graham Turner because he's done a wonderful job at Hereford on very limited resources, keeping them alive himself personally, really. He's also produced the best footballing side in the conference this year, the most attack-minded side, and they've treated conference supporters to fantastic games all over the country. If we have to lose to anybody, I'd rather lose to Graham's team. But football isn't like that, and trust me, Graham knows that I'm not going to be saying if we lose. I'll be saying we can win, and both games were very narrow, and I thought we should have got something out of the game at Edgar Street this year. Very unlucky to lose 4-3. The game at home was slightly more open, but we've seen a lot of them in the last couple of years, and I think we can get a game plan to maybe get us through to the final.
The season, Carl, really must have exceeded all expectations despite the nerves of the Tamworth game going into the last game.
Yeah, very much so, and we knew what we had to do today. A draw was enough to go in, but knowing everything as you do when the radios are on around the ground, you know what's going around in other parts of the ground. Personally, I don't like that because we had that shock the week before at Forest Green. and you just got to concentrate on your game over the 90-minute period. And we did that today, and fair play to the boys. They've had a long, hard season, but I think Tech Thursday night, it'll be a special night Thursday night, because personally I preferred Hereford out of Shrewsbury, because having got a result at Shrewsbury and being there on that Tuesday night, they were a strong side. Underestimated, I think, in many respects. It's just that we shocked them and we got a result there. I think when we played Shrewsbury here, they showed that they were a physically strong side, and I think Hereford are a flowing, open footballing side, and our lads won't be nervous on Thursday. They'll go out and show what they can do, and I'm confident we'll actually get a result here on Thursday night. So I would suggest that everybody turns up Thursday night in the same vein they did today, and it's going to be a special occasion, I think. Going back to the old club, it was exactly the same. I remember the old playoffs, underdogs finishing 6th and going on to Wolves and getting a result. Who knows? I believe we're like 270 minutes away from the Football League. Silly things have happened.
Another packed house and in front of the Sky Sports cameras, and an early scare for the visitors. But as we know, it's Hereford that like to score early. Nicky Bull was to be tested again and again. At the other end and from this corner, Warburton wins the header and the shots appeal for a penalty. Turned down. Watch the defender behind Roscoe and in front of their keeper. His arm pushing that round the post. The East Bank was still being treated to some fine keeping by Bully. On the stroke of half time, and another corner for the shots. Warps is bundled over in the box. This time Mr. Singh does point to the spot. And before the whistle went, there was just enough time for another save from Bully. The best chance of the second half fell to Chippy. And Nicky Ball couldn't afford to relax. And that's how the first leg finished. Both sets of supporters thoroughly enjoying that one. So it was up to Hereford for the second leg, where it has to be decided. Well, after 20 minutes, Hereford go down to 10 men. Needless to say, that decision not very popular with the home support. Well, it can be harder to play against 10 men. Hereford going close with this near post effort. From this corner, Ray Warburton's header was close. But after 90 minutes, it was stalemate. Extra time and Roscoe nearly steals it. The second period of extra time, but neither team would score. So it came down to penalties to decide who would go through to the playoff final. So at 3-2, the next penalty could decide it. Antwi. Oh no, run up. It's there. Aldershot are through to the final. Their first season in the conference, and who could have dreamed of this? The Hereford players are devastated. But it's Aldershot Town who will be at the Britannia Stadium the 16th of May 2004. The playoff final to see who goes up into League football will be between Aldershot Town and Shrewsbury. So the home of Stoke City, and over 19,000 fans were here for this event. Over 6,000 were here for the shots. And what an atmosphere.
We're outnumbered, but we'll give them a game today.
Yeah, we're going to win.
And who will be the star player, do you think?
Aaron McLean.
And what about you?
He proved it in the semis against Hereford, so I think if he's playing today, he can win it for us.
Yep, definitely. He's a star player. It's awesome.
It's a massive day for us, actually. The Norfolk Shots are here in Stoke to watch the mighty Shots win. It's going to be a cracking day out for us today, so there we are. The crowd out well, famous pub in the world, Norfolk Shots.
And how long have you been supporting Aldershot?
Oh, since around about 1972, 73, so from the old Shots as well, so from the Football League days. So they've come all the way through.
And what's going to be the score today?
Well, I reckon we're going to win 2-1. Aldershot 2-1 today.
Scorer?
Scorer, I think Desane's going to score a last-minute penalty for the Shots.
Thoughts of the manager?
Fantastic, absolutely outstanding. Long may he reign at Aldershot as far as I'm concerned, so done extremely well as Terry Brown. Fantastic individual.
We could be 90 minutes away from league football. Well, these are the games that we all dream of playing in, and the Shots were looking quite relaxed and quietly confident. And the game itself, well, it didn't disappoint. The first half, and with Shrewsbury homing in on goal, we see Dom Sterling save the day with one of his timely tackles. They attack again, but they can't find a way through the Shots' defence. Then Jimmy Quinn's side gave away a free kick. Miller to take. Headed down by Warps, and McLean scores. Apache now becomes a target for terraces all round the country. Shrewsbury bite back. And later equalised. The second half and Aaron McLean had run his legs off. He was to be replaced by Tim Seals. Good work by Roscoe, shaking off his marker, and he has a crack. So too does Antwi. Fresh legs were called for up front, and Terry Brown replaces Roscoe Desane with Lee Charles. But then some slack defending, and we saw Bully pull out another save. Well, 3 minutes were added on. But at the end of 90 minutes, it was one apiece. So, with extra time looming, some encouragement coming from the sidelines. But would fitness be the major factor? Don't forget, Aldershot is still part-time. Another Miller free kick, and Chippy powers the ball into the ground. And over the bar. Half time of extra time. Still one apiece, and there were some tired legs out there. Another 15 minutes, plus the possibility of another penalty shootout. Some great work down the right by Hooper, providing an excellent cross. The final header lacking power and direction. Well, with minutes of extra time ticking away, the Shots fans were trying to rally the troops. But the minutes did tick away. All square after extra time. Penalties. Well, Shrewsbury elect to take first. Can Bully pull off the saves like he did in the semi-final? Well, it wasn't to be, but what a season! And I'm sure you'll all agree, heroes one and all.
Ladies and gentlemen, one final time for your runners up here today. Please, will you give it up for Aldershot?
Disappointed, are you?
Bitterly disappointed, but we did well to beat Hereford and we did well to get this far, and well, there's always next season.
Did you think you were the better side overall?
I thought it was 50-50. I thought we had good chances which we should have put away. How Lee Charles missed that header in extra time, I don't know, but that's football.
Their goalkeeper was inspired with the penalty.
He was. I knew he was a good goalkeeper before the game. He played against us for Bristol Rovers in the FA Cup a couple of years ago, and he's a good keeper. We thought our keeper was good, but yes, I have to give him credit.
You've had a good season, though.
It's been brilliant. It's been a wonderful run, and all credit to Terry Brown, the manager. He's done a good job on limited resources, and of course we're part-time players. I think it might have showed. They struggled a bit in extra time. They looked tired, but they kept going right till the end.
Confident for next season?
Well, yes, but of course it means playing teams like Hereford again, and Carlisle are down. They'll be a tough team to beat, but hopefully we'll be able to strengthen the squad and replace the irreplaceable Ray Warburton. Sterling player.
Okay, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Absolutely gutted, yeah.
Think you're the better side?
Yeah, I do. I'm bound to say that, though, aren't I? Yeah, I mean, it was a good game and everything. Just absolutely gutted. Can't say any more than that, really.
Do you think Shrewsbury got out of jail?
We missed a couple of sitters, has to be said, definitely. And I think we got carried away as soon as they missed their first penalty. We got carried away and thought we'd won it, but same time next year, hopefully. Okay.
We'll be back. We've had a choice. Fantastic season, and we've deserved to do as far as we've got. I'm just proud of the lads.
They've done well, haven't they?
Yeah, obviously it's a very painful way to lose, and I'm feeling pretty painful at the moment.
What did you think about your performance this afternoon?
Absolutely chuffed with the boys. They give everything. They were dead on their feet in extra time. This pitch is very lush, and Roscoe and Aaron had to come off with a bit of cramp, and we were really tired at the end, and I was almost hoping it'd go to penalties because we had a 50-50. Fair play to them. The goalie was immense today, and I'm very proud of my boys, and we haven't come within 90 minutes of league football. We've come within penalties of it.
And next season, that's something that you've got to try and attain again, isn't it?
Exactly. If I'd settle for getting in the playoff final again next year. Marvellous occasion, marvellous couple of weeks, and for us it really has been a monumental season.
But it's a transformation from 12 years ago.
Yeah, massive. I mean, you look at the progress they made over 12 years, but even shorter than that, you look at Shrewsbury beating Everton last year and us being a Ryman League side last year. So I didn't think there was much to choose between the sides today, and I'm very proud of the boys.
Terry, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.